What if the Holy Knights, as they exist today, were inspired by the kingdom of Esperia? Spoilers for chapter 1184. If you haven't read that far, then you might want to scroll on. Since the moment I met Candel, I've been giving her the side eye, because I can't help but think of Estrid every time I see her. I think she's up to something, and this chapter really helped to bolster that theory. Obviously, the biggest one is that either Candel or even Brooke were potentially part of the Holy Knights. But we had it wrong. It's not that they were Holy Knights, it's that the battle convoy that they led inspired the Holy Knights. That's why we're drawing so many similarities to the way that they're dressing. Think about it like this. In the early bit of One Piece, we felt like the Warlords were a heavily established group of individuals, say for their newest editions. But the Warlords were only created shortly after Gold Roger's execution. So just like the Warlords were created to add a power balance with the Emperors of the Sea in the New World, what if Imu took a page out of Esperia's book? We know the Holy Knights go back as far as at least 38 years ago at God Valley, with Gunko being an active devoted blade of God at this point. So with the information from this recent chapter, we could postulate that the Holy Knights were created sometime between the point where Princess Shuri was 14 years old and God Valley 38 years ago. And I would guess it happens closer to this moment than not. And I'm guessing that the moment that truly kicks off the Holy Knights being created is whenever Princess Shuri happens to kill her father. And with how quickly this flashback is moving, I think we're going to find out what happened there pretty soon. But there's another statement that was made in this chapter that adds even more to this theory. And that is when Candel is with Ryuven breaking in to save Brooke, and she says, "I am your trusted blade," which is strikingly similar to the wording of devoted blade of God. And just to mention it, I know the scans mentioned something along the lines of steel blade, which also what was originally translated for the devoted blades of God. So while yes, that can also add to this connection, I don't really like basing anything off of the scans. But even the official translation still holds a lot of weight in this argument, I think. So as always, let me know what you're thinking in the comments. And big shout out to my bro Cube for presenting the vast majority of this theory to me on our stream when we went over this chapter. And if you missed our 2-hour cook session on this, you can check it out on my Patreon, which is right here in my bio.